Good morning. I looked at servant leadership for the breath as explained by Dr. Kathleen Patterson. And what I found most interesting about her conversation is a definition of leadership in the first place, leadership in general. And she intimated that the definition of leadership is actually a mystery. Went on to add that it is a beautiful mystery. But what is even more interesting to me, when asked what the definition of servant leadership is, she said it's simply one word: love. And I think this is a very striking definition. It's a very illuminating way of explaining servant leadership. And a person who is a servant leader, as she explained further in the interview, is a person who wants to do the right thing for the followers, a person who wants to serve the followers well. Above all, the focus is primarily on the followers. And I also appreciated the contrast she made between servant leadership and transactional leadership on one hand, and transformational leadership on the other. And when you compare and contrast these three forms of leadership, I'm more than convinced that the leadership that is most akin to our faith as believers, as Christians, is in fact servant leadership, because it's centered on love. And also, to be a servant leader, it is very clear from our discussion that you need to have a servant's heart. And we all know that God himself looks at the heart in terms of assessing our suitability for leadership. Also, what I found interesting were the characteristics of a servant leader. And a servant leader must be one who is honest, must be one who is humble. So what was said and done, I would simply say that servant leadership fits very well with our characterization as believers or Christians.